Arlington. Today it's the finale of this four-game set between the East-leading Boston Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Welcome into Red Sox baseball here on the show. Matt Vasgersian here with you. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, as we get set to finish off this four-game set here today, let's check out what's happened so far.
Yeah, real nail-biter here last night. You can see it. One-run ball game. Very well played on both sides. Well-pitched game as well. I think both managers would like to see their starters manage to perform turned in last night.
More from the guys as this one goes along. But first, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox. And John Farrell's guys will line up like this. They'll match up against an ace and a workhorse all wrapped into one. The all-star right-hander Yvonne Gallardo. And in the field behind him, the Rangers will look like this. Into the box steps the leadoff man, Dustin Pedroia, and we are ready for baseball.
Welcome back, everyone. It's MLB The Show. If you saw yesterday's video, you know how angry and negative I was towards the end of that. So it is my duty to destroy the Rangers today. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever been a part of, and I hope it never happens again. I really hope it never happens again, because that was absolutely ridiculous. For those of you who don't know and didn't see the video, this is exactly what happened. I started the game, and it started simulating the first three and a half innings, and I freaked out. Then all of a sudden it stopped. I thought I had somehow stopped it, and Sandy Leon was at bat for me, and I hit the ball. It was like a fly out or something to that effect. All of a sudden, he starts running in first-person view. It was a view I'd never seen before. And I freaked out. I'm like, the hell is this? It flew out. Then it started simulating again. I finally paused the game, stopped. Now we're in the fourth. I'm down 1-0. So what I do is I realized that I had highlighted by accident Sandy Leon in the lineup screen to make him player lock. So basically, the game simulated. The only person I controlled was Sandy, the catcher. Well, I immediately took player lock off, immediately put myself back onto the Red Sox, and that solved it for a little bit. What I didn't realize is there's auto fielding already on here. I didn't realize I had a field. So I wasn't paying attention, and I ran as Hanley Ramirez in left field. I ran to catch a ball. I screwed up the catch. It fell for a two-base error. And he ended up scoring on a dribbler up the middle that my pitcher, shortstop, and second baseman couldn't even get to. So I'm down 2-0 at this point. But that's all they scored. I was able to fix everything at that point. Well, I'm in the 7th inning, or the 8th inning. I'm in the 8th inning. I'm down 2-0. And Sandoval hits a double down the left field line to score a run, and it's second and third with one out and Mike Napoli coming up. And I get a first pitch fastball right down the middle, and I'm so excited, I swing like 20 years early. He ends up striking out, and Holt ends up grounding out, and I end up losing the game 2-1 because in the 9th I went 1-2-3. So that's how I lost. That's how my 18-game winning streak ended. Over stupidity. I had 11 hits, 8 of which I got from the 4th inning on. I couldn't scored 1 run. So, suffice it to say, I was negative as all hell because of this. So, in real life, the Red Sox were up 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth in Texas and lost. Uhara blew a save. Red Sox have lost 3 in a row and like 10 of their last 11 or whatever. They are in last place. They suck. The Red Sox suck. Ortiz, meanwhile, got 1 hit. Bogarts got 3 hits. Pedroia went 0 for 5 in the leadoff spot. The whole team is in shambles. Joe Kelly threw 100 pitches through 5 innings. He gave up 1 earned run, so he did okay. The bullpen just sucks. In interesting Red Sox news, they designated Jeff Bianchi for assignment. Well, they re-signed him to a 1-year deal and threw Robbie Ross down back into AAA. So that was a little interesting, I saw. Old friend Ryan Lavarnway, who was a catcher for us, who ended up signing with the Orioles as a free agent, was designated for assignment by the Orioles, and the Braves just picked him up. He's a power-hitting catcher that couldn't hit the ball to save his life. He hit like 200 for us. In hockey news, last night, the Blackhawks destroyed the Ducks in Game 7, 5-3. So it'll be the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Chicago Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup Finals. I do not remember what day they start. And in fake hockey news, obviously, I've told you guys that I have beaten the Blues for the Stanley Cup Championship already. In NBA news, the finals, it is Cleveland versus Golden State. That starts Thursday, June 4th. In fake NBA news, I faced the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals, and I'm up 2-0 on them, with Game 3 being tomorrow, Monday night.
You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Elvis Andrews will stand in, ranked 4th currently in the American League in stolen bases. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. And there you see the full list of stolen base leaders in the American League entering play. Up his spot on the black for strike 2. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, we've got that changeup, so I better not sit on the fence for too long.
Under with Castillo, and Rusney has it for out number 2.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. That's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Pascal. This becomes a harmless flyout to right field.
Adrian Beltre will stand in, looking for a leader, a blue single, anything to kickstart the average a bit, because he's had a rough go of it these past 6 ball games. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Line to left. Ramirez under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Mike Napoli will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Now the first pitch. Here's the ball hit pretty well, and
See, that's all I needed to do last night. Just hit a fly ball, would have scored the tying run.
And he's got it, and it's the first pitch out to begin the second.
That's all I needed to do.
Pablo Sandoval will step in now. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. First pitch on the way. Ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. The 1-0. Now a fastball smashed into the alley in right center, and this will get down for extra bases. Heading for second is Sandoval. And he'll pull in there with a one-out double. So a double into the gap has him in business here with one away. And as you take a look at the graphic, you can see he's currently third on the Red Sox in that department. Xander Bogaerts will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play. Here's the first pitch to him. Lays off 1-0. Now for Sandoval, that's now 14 doubles on the season so far. The 1-0. Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that is through into center field, the base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
In now, Blake Swift. As Gallardo will jump ahead quickly here, no balls and a strike. He's got that average pushing up near 360 now. No home runs as of yet, 10 RBI. Swinging a ball bounced back up the middle. Rosales relayed a fielder. It's a double play, and that will end the inning.
Of course it will.
Basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season. Up over 350 entering play. And this inning begins with a pitch chopped foul at home plate. Pitch on the way. Now the shift won't matter here as this is skied out to center field. There to look at his fence, and that's out number 1. And with one gone, time for a check of the standings to see where the Red Sox place in the American League East. Shin-Soo Choo will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play. This is headed toward the hole and through the hole. One-out single. Mitch Moreland big in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230. Comes set, now the pitch. This ball's grounded foul. Has a look, now the pitch. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Robinson Chirino will stand in now. Struggling to get anything going offensively. Fire to start things out. Look after ball 1. He's letting now the pitch. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. He waits, now the pitch. And he punts the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It's almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Another 1-2 delivery. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Just a bit low. 2-2. There's a tough one to take right now.
Ah, come on, Joe Kelly. What the hell are we doing here?
Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Next 3-2. Now here's a fastball
call.
Fox now the pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-2 once more. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Rangers leave a pair. Move up to the third with no score. Rusney Castillo will step in here to start their half of the third with the top of the order to follow. Here's the first offering. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first in time. The leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with our season just about 1/3 of the way through, here's a look at the upcoming schedule into the first week of June. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. First pitch to him. This one is toward the hole, and as Andrus will range for it, he won't have a shot. That's into left for a base hit. So a one-out single has him aboard here in the third, and that seems as good a time as any to check out our league leaderboard in hits. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Mookie Betts will stand in. Base hit his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. But this is fouled for the first strike. From the stretch. This is popped high in the
That's
air
my
to the
fault.
right side of the infield.
Should have swung at that.
Prince able to make the catch here, and there are two away now. So Hunter at first here with two gone in the inning. And here's the still dangerous left-handed bat of David Ortiz.
Used to be dangerous until he hits 224 through 2 months.
Now the first pitch. Oh, and he belts one high and deep to right center. And it'll stay in the park as it hits high off the right field wall. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score as the Sox are up to a 1-0 lead.
I gotta tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just gonna go up, hack it. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for two bases.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As Gallardo will jump ahead quickly here. No balls and a strike. For Big Papi, that's now 10 doubles for him on the season. Swing and a ball hit high, but not very far, out toward right center. And Chu will put this one away without incident, and the inning is over. A run in the inning, and it comes courtesy of the big bat of Big Papi, David Ortiz. Bottom of the third coming up. Now 1-0 Boston. Adam Rosales stand in now. He broke in the other of their 2 runs last night. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see you get a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Here it comes. Down and away, ball 1. The pitch. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. Here comes a 1-2. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. Now here's the pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss as he starts the third, the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. So far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a one in that loss zone.
Leonis Martinez will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Calling for it is Betts, and Mookie's got it for the second out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Elvis Andrews will try it again. He flew out his first time. Down and away, 1 ball and no strike.
Even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Now the pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And this is hit well towards the hole. Just onto the outfield grass as he makes the stop.
What a play.
Close play at first, but he's pulled out and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Mike Napoli will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. Here's the first offering. First pitch of the inning is bounced up the middle, and they're going to get themselves a base runner rather quickly here as that's into center field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short.
Right through the wickets.
Right past him.
Here, I think he's trying to get his hands into position to get rid of this ball quickly to second base, but instead, he doesn't even get any leather on it as it goes right by him for an error.
Xander Bogaerts will stand in, and after the error, that certainly changes the scope of this inning around.
Yeah, you were looking at maybe 2 outs and nobody on. Now it's 2 on and nobody out. That's about as big a change as you can get.
First pitch on its way from Gallardo. This one is smoked the other way to left center. Should be good for at least 2. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner is in from second. And he will score as well. And they push the lead up to 3-0 now.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Blake Swift will be the batter.
First pitch coming. And this is fouled at the plate.
Now the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
Throw on first by Rosales gets him. 1 gone. Rusney Castillo will dig in now with 2 runs already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. And here's the first pitch. Now a ball lined towards center field. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And it's back to the top of the lineup now for Dustin Pedroia. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. Here's a line drive out to left, and more problems now as this one's going to get down for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. The relay throw, and he will pull into third with an RBI triple.
I think the phrase here is, if you're hot, you're hot. He's been on fire the last week or so. It's going to continue here as he drives this all the way out to the wall. He'll wind up an RBI triple.
Here's Mookie Betts. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And add 1 more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
And you wonder now how close they are to chasing the starting pitcher. That's 5 runs home now in this inning alone. And in most cases, that's pretty much enough for a manager to pull the plug.
Ranger skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the mound. And that'll be the last we see of Yovani Gallardo. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Ross Ollendorf is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. David Ortiz will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. First pitch coming. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Look at this. Andrews. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play. And the big mistake there.
Well, give him some credit here at second base. He stayed right in there, knowing that he was going to take a hard shot. There's no question that did influence his throw because it was well off the mark.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing up.
First offering on the way. Oh, an ugly swing there. It's 0-1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Well, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's one hit towards the hole. Throw will be well laid as he reaches it first. And that hitting streak of his continues to grow as it's reached an even dozen ball games now. Mike Napoli will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. First pitch coming. That's hard hit back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Pablo Sandoval will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time. First pitch on the way. And he reaches out for this one and sends a fly ball out toward left center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But 6 runs here in the inning have taken a close game and broken it wide open. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Red Sox lead it 7-0. Adrian Beltre will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great, but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just pack away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam rings. That's 4 runs down.
Fastball, ball, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first hour of the ballgame, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
1 gone in the Texas fourth. And that'll bring in the slugging first baseman, Prince Fielder. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Now here's the pitch. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. Now the pitch. Trying to tempt Fielder there, but he lays off. 1-2 to him now. Pitch on the way. Oh, he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Boy, he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now, he said.
Shin-Soo Choo stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And low and inside with a fastball as he's got a hot-footed out of there.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
Down low, and the clock thickens here, 3-0. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Xander Bogaerts will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now the first pitch. And he'll open the 5th inning here with the ball on the ground for short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Blake Swift will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Here's the first offering. Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. But he barely tries to move out there in right as he falls this one in for the second out. Rusney Castillo will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. First pitch to him. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they're still in control, 7-0. Mitch Moreland stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame at this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Now here it comes. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Now here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Fastball, got him looking, as that had two-seam action on it, one gone. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leader. And as you can see there, he currently sits third in the AL in that category. Robinson Chirinos will dig in here. He blew out his first time around. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it. They'll put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
He's starting to wonder if anyone's going to get on base against him. That's 10 straight now for time.
Carlos Corcoran will stride in again. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in there for a strike.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far. If anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
Here it comes. Now a pitch swung on and foul tipped right off the mask. It sounded like of the home plate umpire, and that cannot feel too good, I wouldn't imagine. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Rangers set down in order. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Dustin Pedroia will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. Throw to first gets it, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Mookie Betts will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time. Now the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. 7 runs on 12 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And here's the ball hit in the air, and should be routine for Chu out in right. And he's got it for out number 2. David Ortiz will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Liner caught at third by Belfort.
Excuse me, swing.
In the glove that time, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Adam Rosales will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away. It's been paying off. Whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job because this whole team hasn't done much offense at all.
Fastball, got him looking. As that had 2-seam action on it, 1 gone.
This is one of those situations where his guy got him early on and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. Betts is there, 2 gone.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line at this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are single. He's hardly even been in trouble. Total domination.
Elvis Andrews will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Ball 1. And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Bouncing ball back up the middle. Throw on to first gets him and decided to retire. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. 7th inning coming up. The Red Sox are out in front, 7-0. Welcome back to Arlington. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Sean Thomason come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Hanley Ramirez will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
That's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow by guys when you need to.
And the pitch. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Is there, 1 away.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. Still early in the season. Worrying too much, but definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
So the leadoff man gone, and that will bring up Mike Napoli. The pitch. He'll go after the first pitch here as the fastball's hit foul off to the right, strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. So that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he is in the second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Boy, just another great swing right there. And he's had a few of them in this series. He gets a good pitch to hit, and he's right on it. And he drives this one off the wall for an easy double. And it might be time for them to let somebody else beat you for a change.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first offering. And a fastball is in there for strike 1. For Napoli. Now 10 doubles for him on the season. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, now this is hit hard to the right side. Caught out there at second base. And that will become out number 2. Sander Bogart will step in. A ground out victim his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. The next pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but up empty. It's a base hit. The throw to the plate, and the runner will score from second.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. The pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Blake Swift will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Now here's the first pitch. Chopper, foul. Comes set, now the pitch. Now a ball hit hard towards the hole. And that's by him into right field for a base hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Stepping in now, Rusney Castillo. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. Now it's cut off. The throw to the plate. And he will score as well. The number is putting some distance. We'll get him now as that lead gets even bigger.
We're the same right here, and that puts them into double digits now. 10 runs scored. And they've really had their way with this pitching staff all throughout.
Dustin Pedroia will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Now a swing, and he bangs this one into right, and that should get a run in with 2 away. It's good for extra bases. And this gets to the wall now, out in front of the Texas bullpen. And the runner is in from second.
Tack on another run there. They put up 11 now in the ballgame, and this offense is definitely running on all cylinders.
Mookie Betts will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And here's the first pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. He's set, now the pitch. On the ground to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And the runner will score from second. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. David Ortiz will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. First pitch coming. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. As a look, now the pitch. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Moreland is there and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So there's already sizable lead gets even larger as 5 more runs cross the plate. Bottom of the 7th now, get up and stretch here in Arlington. The Red Sox on top, 12-0. Adrian Beltre stepped in to lead things off for the Rangers, and he'll have protection in the form of Prince Fielder waiting in the on-deck circle. Now here it comes.
What up, B? So I got some cool news. I actually got some unheard of news. But so let's start with your day. What happened? Wow, la-di-da-di-da, huh?
It's just fucking awesome for me. What's funny is that the second best week I've had at Fox Rivers, and then the first was 71,000. And this week was 59.3. And I only worked 3 days.
That's what happens, see?
That's what happens when you're positive. Coming back to the 50.
Huh. So, yeah, go ahead.
I had him in his I got enough favorite Andy to trade which worked the shit out of, which was fucking retarded. I couldn't have got it, but we did. And then I wrote a 14-5 that failed. So, wait, you ready for this?
Yep.
I wrote a $14,000 EP.
Wow.
11,000, I think, was the record when I did that before. I wrote a 14,000.
Really spot on.
Yeah. 832 a month. Thanks for coming.
So explain, all right, so 14.5 was the deed, right?
Yeah.
So then you came back and told them we're going to do what?
Said forget about that option because they talked about, they knew their credit was shit. I said we're going to have another option. Your credit really as bad as you say it is. I have another option for you. They said, well, this is the thing. We pay cash for everything. And I said, you don't need to do that here. I said, you need to figure out how to do half of it and we guarantee finance the other half. So when I told them that I could finance the whole thing at 0% this way, but they would confuse it first. They said, all right, that's fine. We'll do it that way. So I didn't tell them they had to fucking, I told them they had to upgrade to get the deed and the bonus time and shit. They are CI, but they don't know they have to spend more money to do it, but whatever.
Wow.
I had to do, man, because I'm just sick of losing fucking money.
That's unbelievable. That's strong as fuck, dude.
Yeah. So
What did Miriam say?
he goes, well, it failed, and then he goes, what are you gonna do for me? You're gonna do a 6, because I did a 7 earlier this week.
Yep.
I usually do either 6 or 7, but you get the
Telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen.
But I said, I'm going to try and get the whole thing. He goes, 14? I said, yep. And he goes, wow. He goes,
Mike
I'll
Napoli
take you
will
100
step
bucks.
in. He doubled and later scored his last time.
I said, all right, I'll get it. So I did.
That's unbelievable.
First offer
And then I
on
ended
the
up
way.
writing a 12-5. Marston at the end of the night. To football 31st
Throw on the field here for round number 2.
Yeah, good day. Fucking tank, though.
And this is what you're going to get when you've got a
It's funny you say you tanked. We tanked also. I hit 20 tables today. I had 20 fucking hits. 20 hits. Schilling at 19. Then he went home early because he had a fucking, his foot was killing him. Vlad and Ryan D had 9 each. I had 20. Schilling at 19. Josh had like 16 or 13. Brett had 13 or something. And what's his face at 7. And then he left with Coulter. So no, horrible. He went one for 19 for the week with a 3,500. Yeah, he probably couldn't wait to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. That's real, man. That's how Fox River, they come up and they come and
He's probably gonna go. He's probably gonna go to Hill Country and tell everybody there, y'all ain't ready for what's up there. So I had nothing. I did terrible. But I'll give you some cool info though. So I fucking first table I'm gonna hit. Well, I had a couple upgrades. They were terrible. So then the first floor table I'm gonna hit. Well, Wayne had to go pick up Coulter from somewhere. So the hit he was supposed to get with Ted went to Schilling. The hit that Schilling was supposed to get was Jews with Gary. That went to me. And then the hit I was supposed to get went to Brett, and that was fucking a dump. It was a 10-pender. I was so pissed. Then it failed. They couldn't do the 300 down for the VP, so it ended up being a $2,000 sampler. So I was like, all right, whatever at that point. Then Wayne comes back, gets a Spanish family in the corner, and I'm ready to freak out. Because, you know what I mean? Because it fucked up the whole wheel, but there's nothing we can do about it. You know, nobody did anything. Yeah, no. So he had nothing. He had nothing with that family. He had no deal ever. So whatever. I finally hit Dana's table. This guy was horrible, and then he's one of the guys that have been on fire since he's been in the group. So I'm working the shit out of this table. He sold the shit out of the daughter and her boyfriend. The father just couldn't do it today. Couldn't do it today. Couldn't do it today. The daughter's begging him to do it. And finally, I just said something like he couldn't understand the green, orange, and yellow. So I said, imagine this. He goes, yeah. I said, imagine a dog chasing a cat, chasing a mouse. I said, the mouse is yellow. The mouse is going to get eaten by the cat. Now, the cat's orange, and he has some powers, and he's going to eat the mouse. But the dog is the beast. The dog's going to eat both of them. And the guy started dying laughing. So that's how I closed that table. And it was, $15,000 la-di-da. Thanks for fucking coming. And that was the only deal I got for the day. So then I ended up being number one for the week. So I got a mass deal. So I got 3 house deals for 7 each, 2 for 7, 1 for 72. I finished with 115.4 for the week with 67 hits. Second place was Brett with 59,000.
Wow.
And no. Schilling had a ton. Schilling actually had 81. He lost to 7. That brought him down to 74. But then he wrote a 12 dump, 86, and a 10 dump. He had 96,000. So Schilling was la-di-da all through the town. So anyway, Coulter. So listen to this. So Coulter, halfway through the day, Coulter comes over to me. I just happened to be at the table. She goes, Andy, let me ask you a question. I said, yeah. She goes, you've been doing the 3 drops, right? You've been doing the money pitch, right? For the most part? I said, nope. She goes, you've been doing the 3 drops? I said, yep. She goes, huh. She goes, so why? I said, well, I said, because I can read the table for the most part body language-wise, and if I know they're not in, I'm not going to go, hey, what can you afford? And the guy go tell me to go screw myself. And she goes, okay, well, listen. She goes, you've been writing $400,000 a month for the last 2 months. You've never done that. I said, no, I haven't. She goes, you've been like 250, 260, whatever. I'm like, yeah. But you're on. She goes, I'm not going to change anything you're doing. I don't like the 3 drop. And I looked at her. I said, well, listen, Coulter, if you're if you're mandatory making me do the 3 drop, I'll do the 3 drop. I mean, you know what I mean, the money pitch. She goes, no. She started laughing. She goes, listen. She goes, I'm not a fan of the 3 drop. I don't think it's. She goes, I don't think it's what do you call it? No. She says, people don't think it's, when they lose credibility. Credible, yes. Yeah, credible, yeah. So, I don't think it's credible, but, I mean, you wrote 400,000. You didn't get paid on 400,000. You got paid on 334. So I think some of the cancellation that you have is because it's not credible. But you no kidding. I wasn't gonna. But I was about to say, well, actually, Coulter, all the deals that canceled on me, for except one, were house deals. But I wasn't gonna fucking say that because then she's gonna be like, all right, well, no more house. You know what I mean? So I ain't stupid. I just say, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. So then she goes, all right. And then she goes, well, but here's what I don't get. So you're supposed to drop 1 deal. I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. So you dropped 3 drops, right? She goes, yeah. I said, all right. So then she's like, well, if I know I can upgrade at any time, why would I ever buy a green or, a prime peak? Why would I would just do that? I said, yeah, but you don't understand, Coulter. If I have a non-peak at 15 and they say, well, if I'm going to start with here and I can always move up and I know it's a 15, I'm going to come back with an 18. Because I know 15's la-di-da. I'm going to come back with an 18 and give him a prime peak or whatever the case is. She goes, oh, all right. So, yeah, she said, keep doing what you're doing. She said, I'm not going to change anything. I said, listen, I'll do the money. If I go to the table and the rep says they like it to use it as just the money and the people are, like, nodding their head vigorously that they want it, I'm going right to the money. I'm not going to the 3 drops. There's no point. I'm going to go right for the money. But if I'm sitting there and the body language is such that they don't want it, they're ready to leave, I'm not going to go into, oh, what can I, you should have been. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm going to go into the 3 drops because at least they're going to allow me to show them the 3 drops, to show them their opportunity. Because if I say, well, you should have been here or whatever the case is, maybe I can try to help. I don't want it. Doesn't matter. I don't want it. But if I drop the three drops, they at least saw the deal. And then, if there's objections, I can cover them. And then I can drop something based on their objections to cater the program to them. Huh?
The 3 drops are a good gauge to see where the fuck you're at.
Correct.
No matter what you got.
Correct. So she goes, huh? She goes, all right. She goes, well, listen, I mean, I'm not a fan, but keep doing what you're doing. I'm not going to change anything you're doing, blah, 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 blah. Then for the training, she goes, if you were doing the 3 drop, or if you were doing the money pitch, I was going to have you get up in front of everybody and tell him and explain to everybody, you're being successful with it, et cetera, et cetera. I said, well, Coulter, obviously I can't do that, but here's what I can do if you really need me to. I said, if you want me to get up in front of everybody and at least talk about body language and how to read people on the table, and she goes, you know what, that's a pretty good idea. She goes, maybe I'll have you get up and talk about the body language and how you read people and what to do in certain situations. And she goes, oh, and then she's like, well, well, why wouldn't you just do a 7? A lot of the time is when you do 3 drops, you're just going to go down to 7. I said, no. I said, when you do 3 drops and you go down to 7, there's 2 reasons. 1, they never want anything in the history of the world. Or 2, you have a TO that just takes one objection, is very weak, doesn't really know what to do, and just hope to God they buy a 7. All right, she goes, you know what, you're right, that's right, yeah. Because here's the thing, Coulter, I said, if I'm at the 3 drops and there's objections and it's just the money, and it's not the money, it's just a ridiculous objection, I'm not dropping the price, I'm covering the objection and overcoming the objection based on the money they're going to spend. But if it's strictly money, then I'm going to go to what they can afford, and I'm going to do that anyway with the money. Imagine if I said, with the money pitch, if I said I can afford $200 a month, there's nothing else I can do, blah 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 blah. Well, if I go in with a 14.5, they're going to look at me like, huh? What did you say?
No, I was ordering a drink.
All right. If I go in with a 14.5. They're going to look at me like, did you just not hear what I said? I said I can do $200 a month. Why are you showing me $400? You know what I mean?
I agree.
So that's what Coulter. So Coulter, it was cool. I mean, Coulter was like, great job, Andy. You're doing great. I went to her. I talked to her about the APGs. I talked to her about the report. Apparently now the year-to-date report only comes out once a month now. It only comes out once a month instead of every week. I told her that the last time that the paid-ons through April were wrong because they added our hits and not our volume. She said, all right, I'll have to look into that. And that's pretty much it. So I may get up in front of everybody when I go down for training to the vacation store. That'd be pretty cool. Because don't forget, it's us, the Villages, vacation store in Georgia. It's basically us and the short bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to look like King Kong in front of all those motherfuckers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is Krieger fucking can't say shit. So, because I'm going to be the one up there. See, not Krieger. So, fucking, here's the thing. So I got one on Brett again. And I was going to tell Miriam, but Miriam never called me, probably because he doesn't really give a shit. Hold on 1 second, Evan. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, thanks for watching. As I said, I was going to destroy Texas. So what do? It's 13-0 Red Sox. That's what we do. 13-0. I just raped them is what just happened. So, again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. And until the game ends, listen to the rest of the conversation I have with my boy, Evan. So, Evan, here's the thing.
You're doing a broadcast thing?
A broadcast on my video game.
They can hear you having the conversation with me?
Yeah, but nobody knows who the hell you are.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
Keep going.
yeah. So anyway, so here's the drill. So she goes, "What's changed, Andrew? What's changed? Because you never did that. What's changed?" And that's when we started talking about the 3 drops. And I said, "Well, you know what's changed? It's a bunch of stuff. The T sheet's higher. Nothing under 8 or 7. Nothing under 7. That's helped." But you know what's really helped? She goes, what? I said, remember the training you did with Jared when you came up? She goes, yeah. I said, sitting next to Krieger and Brett, having to listen to Fairy Tale Theater for an hour, that made me angry. And so I wanted to kill everybody. And so I did. And she laughed when I said Fairy Tale Theater.
Isn't she fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
She's real cool.
I don't think she was. I think she laughed this time, but I don't think she was happy that I was trying to throw him under the bus again. You know what I mean?
Again, for the second time.
Yeah, I think it was more. She thought it funny, but she really wanted to talk about what the hell I was doing versus me just throwing a joke in there.
Sure.
You know, so. But the long and short of it is, man, I mean, I got that zinger in again. So.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. You know, and it's cool. Apparently she told Carcetti that she trusts me more than anybody. Blah, 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 blah. Andy's doing great. You know, keep doing what he's doing.